Welcome to the Path to Success Show, Episode 6, The Power of Pain. Today, we're going to have one of the most deep topics that we've dived into on the show so far. I'm your host, Pete Pitts. Today's show is brought to you by Path to Success, available on Amazon. It's also brought to you by Short on Time by selfmadeclick, streaming anywhere music can be heard. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like, comment, and share this video. It's going to be a very powerful show. Let's get started. Think of all the pain that you felt in your life. Most pain can be categorized as a physical pain or an emotional pain. Many of you athletes out there will know that physical pain is absolutely necessary for growth. You have to exercise, you have to do strength and resistance training, you have to tear down your muscles in order to rebuild them. Emotional pain also can cause growth, but you have to learn to understand it, to deal with it, and to harness its power fully. When dealing with physical pain, ailments and health issues, things that you cannot control, there's always some step you can take to try to find a resolution. Try to make an effort to have healing and to have revitalization into your body. It's not always possible because sometimes you have to go to multiple doctors or multiple health professionals. But there is a way. There is a light at the end of the tunnel if you never give up hope. It's actually statistically proven that among cancer patients, those who believe they will make it statistically make it a large amount of the time, whereas those who believe they will not make it statistically do not make it a large amount of time. We are all human. Not a single one of us is perfect. So therefore, we have all caused pain to someone along the way in our life, whether it was inadvertently or intentionally. And we've also all felt pain and experienced physical and emotional pain. Some of us have experienced different levels of pain than others. Some of us have had to endure terrible, tragic, traumatic things that we don't want to repeat, let alone even talk about, let alone even think about. But we have to face our pain. We have to face our past. We have to come to terms with the fact that what happened to us happened. We can't choose to just embrace a victim mentality our whole life and feel sorry for ourselves. We have to say, well, circumstances transpired that may have been outside of our control, but what can we control today? What can we do about it right now? Emotions and feelings are very real, even though they can be deceiving from time to time. Yes, you can feel like you might be in love with someone, and then you get to know that person and realize they were never right for you at all. Or you may feel like moving to a certain city or area or trying a certain career is going to make you happy in life, and then you try that thing or you move to that place and you still feel the exact same way. Well, if you're running from your pain and if you're running from your past and your trauma, then it's not going to heal itself. Escaping from it, repressing it, suppressing the emotions, that's not going to heal it. That's like putting a Band-Aid on a bleeding, gushing wound. It's insufficient. If you've been through something terrible in life, some extreme emotional turmoil and pain that you don't even want to think about, it's so devastating that you're thinking about changing this video right now. I want you to stop for a minute and embrace it. Just let the rest of this video play out and think to yourself, what can I do to change this feeling? The darkness, the shadows, the emptiness, they're not going to go away on their own. The anxiety, the depression, the PTSD from past traumatic events, it's not going to just magically be gone one day. You won't be able to drink it away or smoke it away or do any amount of drugs to take it away or eat any amount of food as emotional eating to eat it away. You can't overcome this pain through escaping it and through addictions. It's just not going to work. First thing you need to do is strategize and realize that pain is powerful. Pain can be a driving force. It can be a primary motivating factor to fuel you. You can say, I'm not going to stand for others to go through the same type of pain that I went through. You can say, I'm not going to allow the next generation to be exposed to this level of pain without understanding that there is healing out there, and there is hope out there, and there are possibilities out there. There are options for your life. You are not stuck. Your back is not against a wall. You don't have to live in this place of melancholy darkness forever. This plane of existence that you've been on, that is just nothing but heartache and depression and desolation. You don't have to dwell in that place. You can get out of it. You have to search for hope. You have to have faith and believe. You have to work hard and take effort. And you have to work through these painful emotions by coming to grip with reality and dealing with them. Today's honorable mention is someone very familiar with pain. My friend, my fellow music artist, my brother from another mother, Struggle Jennings. Struggle Jennings is the grandson of country music legend Waylon Jennings. I met Struggle in Nashville, Tennessee with my other bro, Jelly Roll, and I recorded a song with Struggle and Jelly together as Struggle opened up his home to me, and I was able to meet some of his beautiful family and really see his positive, motivational energy. He had just come out of prison. He had been through a lot. He was facing some extreme, difficult hardships, yet he maintained a positive mental attitude throughout everything and had faith. And now, the blessings have paid off tremendously for Struggle Jennings. As you can see him on tour around America, and you can listen to his music and listen to it at the top of the iTunes charts. So shout out to you, Struggle Jennings. I love you, bro, and I hope to see you soon. We need to take emotional inventory daily and then do the tough and difficult self-work needed to process through the feelings of pain. Loss of a loved one, loss of a relationship, loss of a job. Loss is a great source of pain, and the grief that we go through, the bereavement period that we experience through a loss. Sometimes people never leave that period of grief. Sometimes people choose to dwell in that pain and sorrow for their entire life instead of grieving for a season and then realizing it's time to emerge joyous and happy. It's time to have peace of mind. It's time to find solace. It's time to find tranquility, because these things are out there. They do exist. Yes, you can find love again. You can rekindle that spark. You can build that family you've wanted to, or you can fix your aching marriage that's been devastated, or your relationship with your children, or your relationship with a family member or a friend. You can fix that. You can repair these toxic situations in many cases. Sometimes, when another party member in a relationship is not willing to let go of their toxic energy or their toxicity, then we have to choose to distance ourselves from that relationship. Because if we're adding pain to our lives, and we already have enough pain going on through other sources, then it's only going to end up giving us more negative results. Tyler Perry, Sylvester Stallone, Oprah Winfrey, Dr. Phil, Steve Harvey. These folks all used their pain to fuel them for their passion, to help others, to inspire others. And they begin to wake up every day saying, I'm not going to take it anymore. And I'm not going to sit here and allow other people to go through these types of pain that I know I have a control over. Because we do have control over our own self and the power that we put out into the world. So therefore we do have control to some degree over the influence that we will have on people. And whether or not we encourage them, or we uplift them, or we motivate them when we have the opportunity. Because sometimes people will cross into your life, in and out of your life for a season. They may only be there for one season. So it may be your only opportunity to give them a kind word and some positive vibes. Emotional intelligence is perhaps the most powerful form of intelligence. It's definitely one of the most powerful. because it means that you understand fully the emotional range that you are going through, and you are able to perceive and be aware of and properly deal with the emotions of others. It definitely takes time, it definitely takes experience and practice, and we will have an entire show on emotional intelligence in the future. But for now, just realize that knowing your emotions, knowing when you're in pain, realizing it, admitting it, and then dealing with it are all action steps that need to be taken in order to use that pain as fuel for your greatest dream in life. The emotions that we feel cause physical symptoms. Those physical symptoms cause thoughts in our mind, and those thoughts can contribute to more emotions. So it is a cycle within our body that we have to understand that with our body and our mind and our emotions, we can take control. We can learn and understand what's going on and use the pain in our life. I think we can all agree that for the most part, pain is not cool. It kind of sucks. Obviously, there are exceptions, but the type of deep and lasting emotional pain that I'm generally referring to in today's episode is something that can also be a very powerful source of motivation for you. It can drive you, it can get you out of bed every day. And yes, you will also experience physical pain as you begin to drive and push your body to be better, because when you realize that to have a healthy mind, a healthy soul, a healthy spirit, you also have to have a healthy body. So when you're taking the full range of your human life into consideration, then you'll be able to find balance through these healthy techniques of channeling the pain, embracing the pain, and realizing that it can push you forward. No matter how difficult things have been in the past, no matter what you've made it through, no matter the trauma you've experienced, the losses, the physical and emotional pain, remember, you are not alone, you are loved, you are valuable, you are worth all the money in the world times infinity, and you can use your pain as a source of power. You can realize how powerful your pain is, and you can say, I'm not going to take it anymore, and I'm not going to sit back and let others take it anymore. And you can say, I'm going to be encouraged, I'm going to be motivated, I'm going to be inspired, and I'm going to do my best in life, because all I have is today. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow may or may not be here. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate your valuable time. Today's show has been brought to you by Path to Success, available on Amazon. It's also brought to you by Short on Time by selfmadeclick, available to stream anywhere music can be streamed. I greatly appreciate you. You are loved. You are awesome. If you didn't hear that earlier, I want to say it again. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Path to Success Show, Episode 7, Learn to Master Money. I'm your host, Pete Pitts, and I'll see you soon. Stay strong, stay encouraged, use your pain as power, and use every tool in your arsenal as you continue along your own individual path to success.